Hello BookTube. Well, I thought I would get on and join in with the March Mystery Madness read along. I love a good mystery story, and this, for a change, is actually working out brilliantly with my schedule because we're going to have exams happening in March for 3 weeks, and I've got a lot of marking to do. And the last thing I think I'm going to feel in the mood for is something heavy that requires brain power. So I think mysteries would be good going at this point. I know in the past, if I look at my reading stats, generally June has been my peak because there's loads of exams in June in the past, and in November, which is when I read the most mysteries. But I now have a bigger marking load than I've ever had before, although I don't have the same prep, which is just brilliant. And so yeah, let me give it a bash because I've been reading quite a few heavy books already. So something light is just going to be perfect, or at least I think so. So we've been given 6 categories for this. If you want to find out more, I think it's Lizzie Loves Books. I'll put her channel down below. Yo, old age is something. I was just watching her video. Her names are anyway, so I'm going to add her link her down below, and you can watch the original video for this. But they've been given, we've been given 6 categories for books for this. And the first one is shelf. Well, every single book that I'm mentioning now is coming from my own shelves because I don't really want to beg, borrow, or steal books from somebody else because I have enough of my own reading to do and I really need to get on with it. So there's that category. But yeah, so I'm not going to go for shelf because everything here qualifies for shelf. Then I'm going to go for borrow, and this is more of a theft of an idea. And yes, even that is unoriginal, but you see, I have this book and I really want to read it. So I'm going to read it. It's In the Word by Tana French, and if I really enjoy this one, I have book 2, which is The Likeness, and book 3, Faithful Place, which can follow. So I think that's a good start for borrow, or let's just go for unoriginal. For new, I'm going to go for these. This is what I'm reading at the moment. I've just got into it. Glorious beginning. I'm absolutely loving it. So this I'm going to use for the category of new. This is Recipes for Love and Murder by Sally Andrew. It's a crime novel that is set in South Africa, so I'm really enjoying it. Well, it's not really that much of a mystery because you know who's done it, but we've got to prove who's done it. And if I really enjoy that one, then I can follow it up with Tani Maria and the Satanic Mechanic, both books that I mentioned in my blast book haul. So I think it would definitely qualify for new. For historical, I have, to start off with, Moskva by Jack Grimwood, and this is set in Russia, 1985, so it is historical. It's just not as historical as it could be. I could also go for, because I want to read all of these, Sins of the Flesh by Colleen McCulloch, and this one is set in 1969, so we're getting closer to further down the road of history. Or, if push comes to shove, I have this beautiful book. These are all the long stories of Sherlock Holmes, and as you can see, it's got the illustrations in it and all. And I know I've read all, I think, except for one. There's one that I can't remember reading. I probably did, because when I read these as a child, and I'm meaning 12, 13 years old, I think I read them all. But I can remember some, but there's 2 that I can't. So there's this, although I was kind of hoping to save it for June. But we'll see. So there's that one for, well, those 3 for historical. Then for foreign, I am going to go for, this one is The Unexpected Inheritance of Inspector Chopra, and this is by Wasim Khan, and this is set in India, so this definitely qualifies for foreign, and I'm really looking forward to this because this seems like it's going to be a fun series as well, and if I really enjoy that, then I can follow it up with a sequel, which is The Perplexing Theft of the Jewel in the Crown. Continuing for foreign, I have Lives Lost by Britta Bolt, which is half of our Britta Bowler from BookTube, which I'm also looking, I read the first one, which was Lonely Graves, which I really enjoyed. And this one would be set in the Netherlands. Am I going mad? Doesn't say. But anyway, and I think this one would qualify as foreign as well because it's, well, it's not set in South Africa, so it's foreign. Saving Sophie by Donald H. Belson. And I've heard fabulous things about this from my bookshop as well, so this should be pretty good. And then, oh, sorry, one more. One Good Turn by Kate Atkinson. This is following the Jackson Brodie. This is a second book. I've read book 1 and book 3. I started at 3 because, yeah, I kind of read like that. And so this one's the second one. Once again, not set in South Africa, so definitely qualifies as foreign. And then the last option, which is opposite, I would like to go for The History of Blood by Paul Mendelsohn. I have read the second book in the series, which was The Serpentine Road. Brilliant crime novel set in South Africa. I think I'm going to enjoy this one just as much as I enjoyed the first one. So, yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this because although I have more mysteries and whodunits and everything else on my shelf behind me, these are books that I've really been looking forward to reading, and I think I'm really keen to see what's going to happen in March because I know I read these kind of books a hell of a lot faster than I read anything that requires a lot of thinking, mostly because you don't have to think that hard. So yeah, looking forward to this. I've been really enjoying all the TBR piles that I've been seeing for March Mystery Madness, and I'm looking forward to joining everybody on the whodunit quest for March. Happy reading. Bye.